What's up, my beautiful magic people? It's Julio KOG back again with a spicy video that I've been wanting to do for a long time. Now, what I'm going to be doing is telling you about this magnificent, amazing 5-color mana base. Not the one that I'm searching for on screen right now. No. This is the conventional. This is just to kind of show people what the alternative is. You know, if you want to spend $500 to $600 on a mana base, this is what it's going to look like. You're going to get your fetch lands. You know, you can get the cheapest ones. They just reprinted them. And they're going to be a decent price, you know. Misty Rainforest, let's see. But yeah, I mean, this is the standard path, right? If you have a 5-color mana base, you want ideally one of each fetch. I mean, you don't need all of them, but it does make it better, right? There's a ton of synergies with them. Everybody knows how good fetch lands are nowadays. But what if I told you that there is a secret mana base almost? And I say secret because I see nobody, and I mean nobody, running this. And, you know, it's funny because the conventional wisdom is the more colors your deck is, the more expensive and the harder it is to fix your mana. But what if I told you that there is a mana base that is so synergistic with itself, so synergy based, if you will, that actually gets cheaper and stronger the more colors you have in your deck? I know it sounds unlikely, it sounds far-fetched, but it's actually quite true, okay? And in total, like if you just want the mana base and the key cards, it's going to cost you, I'd say, about $10 to $30. Now, I know that sounds like a big swing, but let's look at what we have on screen here. We have Bloodstained Mire for $37. So if something's going to be, let's say, $30, $29, $99, whatever it is, I mean, I'm going to show you what I found when I went to TCG Direct, got most of the cards in foil, and I'm going to show you the prices that I got, right? I'm almost done. I want to get just the fetches. Let's just look at what the fetches are going to cost us, right? So these are the ones that did not get reprinted. $37. I mean, I know I'm doing TCG Player Direct, but I am going to do the budget land base on TCG Player Direct, so I feel like it's a pretty equal comparison, right? $41 for Polluted Delta. Jesus Christ. I shouldn't take the Lord's name in vain, but someone in Hasbro certainly is. They're making way too much money over there just based on how expensive these cards are. Windswept Heath, moderately played, $20. What a bargain. Wooded Foothills, that's the last one, right? 47. Okay, I guess that's the Onslaught original. So the Concentric here, the cheapo one, is gonna $37. Okay. All right. So just for the fetch lands, I'm not talking about the Triomes. That adds about another, $100. I'm not talking about True Duels. I'm not talking about Prismatic Vista, City of Brass. Just for the 10 fetches, it can be yours today for $265. Or I can show you something that costs probably, honestly, you can get most of these cards in trades or for free. But if you order it from TCG Direct, it's going to be about $29. And that's including all the extra synergy pieces. I'm talking about 30 cards for $30. Interested? Now, for some of you, it's not going to be a big surprise, but this is the card that changed it all right here. Gone Gate. So Gone Gate says, gates you control enter the battlefield untapped. It adds a colorless, and it's also a reflecting pool for all your gates. This is the card that changes everything. This is what makes a budget mana base for 5 colors Not only possible, but actually quite powerful. Gone Gate. Now, all your gates, you can run all 10 gates. They all come in untapped. And you basically take something like a Dimir Guild Gate, which will cost you about a penny, right? And you turn it, I'm not going to say a dual land because it doesn't have the typing, but it turns it basically into a Morphic pool. Into a $7 to $12 card. I think that that's pretty good. But let's talk about some of the synergies, okay? Because a lot of people have forgotten that there's a lot of pre-existing synergies and added synergies to gates, right? So let's talk about some of the stuff that has been forgotten, because you might be thinking, well, Gone Gate's a nice card, but what are the odds I'm going to draw it? I'm not going to draw it every game. It's going to be slow. Actually, if you use all the gate support, you'd be surprised in how many ways there are to actually search this out. So let's take a look at Open the Gates. Unfortunately, I think this is the only card that I searched for previously that is not available on TCG Direct. So it's 19 cents. We're going to be ending up paying $1.19. We don't even care. Let's slap it in for $1.19. And what Open the Gate says, for 1 green, search your library for a basic land or a gate card and put it in your hand. You're almost always going to search for Gone Gate, just to kind of set yourself up. Unless you already have it, in which case you just fix your colors, right? Another great card is Gatecreeper Vine, right? And this one is available in TCG Direct for 17. It's 1 under green for a defender. When it enters, search your library for a basic land or a gate card. Perfect. We can get Gone Gate. We can get any of the gates that we need. Now, you have your gates, right? You have... Here's the great thing, though, that a lot of people are overlooking. You also have a lot of good payoffs. We have Baldur's Gate. So Baldur's Gate, and look, in TCG Direct, $1.22. A bit pricey for our budget deck, but it's basically a Cabal Coffers for a gate deck, right? It says, add colorless, or you pay 2 and tap it, add X mana of any one color where X is the number of other gates you control. So it doesn't take much for you to start netting a lot of mana with this, especially when you have the 10 original gates and the 5 Omni gates that you choose the color when they come in, right? So let's take a look at let's just start adding our gates up, and we'll see how much it costs, right? But before that, let's get a few more synergy pieces. We have District Guide. District Guide is a 2 and a green for a 2/2. When it enters, get a library. Search your library for a basic land or a gate card. 9 cents. Sounds good to me. What else? We have Circuitous Route. Circuitous Route says, search your library for up to 2 basic lands or gate cards. Put them into the battlefield tapped. So if you don't have your Gone Gate yet, you can get it. But if you already have it, which you should if you're at 4 mana, the cool thing is that with Circuitous Route, the gates will come in untapped, because it just plainly states that your gates come in untapped. So it's almost like it becomes a Sky Shroud claim, but you search out for, basically up to 4 different colors, because you can get 2 gates, right? So I hope that you guys are starting to see where we're going with this. Now, the funny thing is, Plaza of Harmony is technically not a gate. You can run it. I actually don't run it just because it doesn't have the gate typing, right? We have Basilisk Gate, which is it's almost like a Kessig Wolf run for the gate strategy. Target creature gets +X/+X. Unfortunately, it does not give trample. I still think it's worth running. Save for later. Bleh. Well, that's not good. Whatever. Then there's Heapgate. Heapgate's pretty interesting. Heapgate says, Uh, it's a filter land for one, which is not great. But it kind of works as a storage. It can make treasure token. It does cost 2. So it costs 1 mana plus tapping an untapped gate you control. Oh, and make a treasure token. So it's not the best. But, I mean, it is a gate. And, you know, if you wanted... Here's the other really good thing. If you do want to go a bit above, you know, the penny and dollar budget, if you're willing to spend at least a whole $4, guess what, guys? We can get Maze's End. And this is a win condition in and of itself. Unfortunately, I mean, it's $2.65, but in TCG Direct, I think the cheapest that I saw was $4. And I'm correct, yeah. $4 for Maze's End. Okay. Oh, we definitely need Guild Summit. Guild Summit is a great, great payoff. It's not so great when it enters, you have to untap gates and you draw that many. It's better when you get this out early and you just start drawing basically with every land drop. I think it's very much worth the 41 cents. Another little win condition with gates is Crackling Perimeter. Tap an untapped gate you control. Crackling Perimeter deals 1 damage to each opponent. You can really start, like, imagine you have 10 gates and then you draw this. I mean, you can start hitting people for 9 damage each go around, 10 damage each go around. It's actually a really good win condition. And 14 cents is really hard to beat. Gates Ablaze. I don't run this. I wouldn't recommend this for EDH. It was a very, very good limited card, but I don't think that we're going to be going that route. Okay, let's see what we have here. I think we've gotten most of the... Yeah, we've gotten most of the support cards. Now let's actually get the... We'll just type in Guildgate. Start opening tabs here just to kind of make it fast. Most of these are going to be like 5 to 25 cents. Hopefully I don't get any doubles. And I already see a double here with the Golgari Guildgate. Hey guys, it's Julio KOG from the future. I'm going to fast forward through this part. It's just me adding the guild gates. I will resume normal playback when I'm done. Thanks. I mean, big spender. I don't care if it's 10 or 16 cents. Just put it in my cart. Alright. We're up to a whole $14. Wow, big spenders here. Okay. Now, the next thing that we need is the gates from Baldur's Gate and the gate card that came out in Dominaria United, which is called Thran Portal. Thran Portal is very good. Thran Portal says it enters tapped unless you control 2 or fewer other lands, so it can come in untapped as long as it's one of your first lands. As it enters the battlefield, choose a basic land type. It is the chosen type in addition to its other types. Mana abilities of Thran Portal cost an additional 1 to activate. Get it for 56 cents in foil. Not bad. It basically fixes you for any mana, and it costs you 1. So it's basically like a gate version of City of Brass. Except, you know, it costs... How much is City of Brass again? City of Brass, you know, $9.50 or $12 if you want TCG Direct. So it costs about 20 times less? Yeah, I think 20 times less is the right math there. What else? Oh, yeah, we need all the gates. So I think it's a Dragon Gate? Black Dragon Gate, that's it. So forgive me, and look, it's TCG Direct only available in full, but usually it's 39 cents. But you know what, we're big spenders here. We just wanted a 1 package. We got the Black Dragon Gate. 1 package. 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 We got the Manor Gate, same thing. In TCG Direct, I think they're only available in foil. We got the Seagate, the Manor Gate. Yeah, big Manor Gate. And let's see, which one am I missing? Okay, we got Manor Gate, Seagate, Black Dragon Gate. Okay, I think we're missing the white and the red one, which is, I think, Citadel Gate and Cliff Gate. Yeah. So Citadel Gate adds the white. Damn, 231. I mean, you got to pay for the power, boys. It's not cheap to get this much raw power from a Citadel Gate. And we have the Cliff Gate. Now, let me talk a little bit about these. These are actually deceptively better than they look. I mean, at first glance, this looks like a garbage budget land. But again, our entire premise of this mana base is that you have to get Gone Gate out first. Gone Gate says all your gates come in untapped. So this comes in untapped, and you get to choose the color, plus it adds red. So all of these Baldur's Gates gate lands are actually rainbow lands, because they are any color you choose other than red. You can't double dip. You can't be red. But yeah, it's going to fix you for whatever color you need at that moment, plus red. And when you have this many cards coming in, this many lands coming in untapped, any color that you want, and tapping for 2 colors, you're going to get a very consistent mana base, especially when you have so much support. You have District Guide, you have Gatecreeper Vine, you have Open the Gates, which is here by itself. We're overpaying by $1, but we don't care. It's that good. You're always going to hit your land drops. You're always going to get the color that you need. I'm telling you, gates are the best budget land base that nobody runs. Now let's talk a little bit about the weaknesses, okay? Because there are definitely some weaknesses. When shouldn't you run the gates, okay? When shouldn't you? Well, I think if you're not in green. Ironically, like, green gets all the breaks in Commander, including budget. And this is no exception. All the best green support cards for gates are, like I said, in green. If you're trying to run this in non-green, I mean, what do you really have? I think I forgot a few cards. Yeah, I don't see Navigation Orb. My bad. So Navigation Orb is something you can run in a non-green gates deck. But again, I just feel like you're really missing out if you're not running all the gates. Which means the more 4 or 5 colors are probably going to be best, with one of the colors having to be green, right? Again, we're running into this issue where TCG Direct is not offering. Normally, this card is 23 cents, but if you want TCG Direct, we're gonna overpay by $1.53 or whatever. But yeah, Navigation Orb is great. It's basically a big Wayfarer's Bauble that can get gates. You can also do, I believe, Explore the Underdark, which again is going to be in foil. I don't know if we did this already. But yeah, search for 2 basic lands or gates, put them on the battlefield, you take the initiative. So you also search for another land. So you're definitely hitting your lands. It's probably good to pair this with a Lands Matter theme, or at least a sub-theme. But yeah, guys, look at what we have. And we even added like a $4 card. This mana base is so dirt cheap. It is ridiculous, okay? It's really, I don't know why it isn't run. So here's the challenge that I'm going to take, guys. And I hope that you'll join me in this challenge because it does not cost that much, okay? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to build a 5-color commander using the gates as an engine. And I'm going to go take it to my LGS. And we'll see how it does. My guess is it's going to basically rock people's faces. Why don't you guys take a guess in the comments who you think it's going to be. I already know who I'm going to build. I'm going to use this engine. I'm going to use the gates, and then I'm going to take it to the LGS and see how it does next week. I just think that this is really underrated for a 5-color commander specifically, especially when, you know, you compare how expensive it is to do this, which is barely anything. This is like 1 fetch land, compared to, you know, if you want to do full Monty, I want 10 fetch lands, I want all the triomes, I want a true duel, I want Mana Confluence and City of Brass. This is not even, this is like 100th of the cost. And I guarantee you that I can beat people with the expensive mana base with this. I guarantee you that I can beat people with this mana base. And I'm going to show you next week. Alright guys, let me know what you think in the comments. Once again, thank you so much to the beautiful, wonderful subs that sub to me. You guys mean the world to me. You guys were so awesome. You guys are really generous people. So I'm going to start a new thing where I shout out 5 new subscribers at random. So whoever I didn't shout out previously, you're fair game. Here we go. Shout out to new subscriber Nick, to Alex Liang, Nicholas Anastasio, Wreck the Real, Christopher Cabral, and heck, let's do a bonus one, Hooli Pop 101. Thank you all, and thanks everyone. Even if I didn't shout you out, it really means a lot. Every subscription to a new creator like me really makes a massive difference and really inspires me to keep making great content for y'all. So please, help me out, and I will repay it tenfold. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.